My story starts in the early summer of 2023. I had recently just graduated high school and ready for a nice long break before starting my freshman year at Rice University. One Friday night, I was hanging out with my two besties, Courtney and Amanda. We were doing some shopping at a large mall nearby, and I thought it would be cool to hang out at the arcade and try to win a stuffed animal from one of those claw games. I figured I could bring it to university with me as a memorable token of our time together. I wasn't particularly good at those games. I honestly didn't even know if they involved any real skill or if it's just merely luck, but the three of us scoured the machines to see what they all had. There was this one blue fish that for some reason just caught my attention, and my zodiac being a Pisces, perfect, I thought. I made a few attempts, but with very little luck. I thought I almost had it once, but the claw was so weak, I figured it was just rigged. I continued to keep trying though. While dropping coin after coin into the machine and failing, I couldn't help but notice a teenage boy that kept peeking glances at me. Especially the times I'd show a lot of frustration at the stupid claw not doing its job. The boy appeared to be a bit of a loner, dressed in layers of dark clothing with pretty unkempt hair, but it seemed like he had much more success than me at these games as he was littered in these prized animals. After spending about $20 attempting to snatch my fish, I threw in the towel. Despite coming close numerous times, I ended up empty-handed. Being pretty frustrated, I went to join the girls playing racing games instead. As I was watching them, I noticed the boy move over to the machine I'd just lost $20 to and attempted to grab the same fish I was. I didn't want to make it obvious I was looking, but I was really interested to see if he could get it. After several attempts, he eventually got that fish. I had to admit I was pretty impressed as I spent so much more time and money trying to get that thing. While I was smiling and preemptively flattered, in my peripheral vision I could see him glancing over at me again. I was trying to play it off as I didn't know he just got that fish. After several moments of him sorta just awkwardly moving from machine to machine, peering over to me, I figured maybe he was just too shy to approach me, especially considering I am with my two girlfriends. So I decided to go back over to that area and act as if I just wanted to play more to see if he would approach me. After dropping a coin into another machine and once again attempting to win something, I saw him slowly creeping his way over to me. As he got close, I turned my head to look at him and smiled, and immediately he nervously looked down at the floor while still slowly approaching. He did though gather the courage to present the fish that he had won and told me he thought I would want this. Wearing a sincere smile, I extended my thanks to him, acknowledging I was crap at these games. Briefly, he met my eyes, offering a smile and a simple, "You're welcome." However, his evident nervousness caused him to quickly look away and retreat. Later and during our meal at the food court, Courtney noted the boy standing off in the distance, seemingly casting a glance our way. Just as I shifted to look, he vanished behind a nearby corner. Courtney joked about him having a crush on me, but I just smiled and brushed it off. However, later that night, alone in my bedroom, just before midnight, while browsing my socials, I heard a doorbell. Sorta odd for how late it was. Immediately, I heard my dad shout if I'm expecting someone as he made his way to the front door. I ventured downstairs to inspect, only to discover another stuffed animal from the claw games. The realization washed over me. The boy must have known my address, most likely having trailed me home. Panic gripped me as my heart sank. Swiftly, I made my way to the door, stepping outside to search for him, but he was nowhere to be found. In the weeks that followed, I continuously stumbled upon these random animals positioned on my doorstep, car hood, and in front of my bedroom window, just scattered throughout my surroundings. It became evident that he had developed some creepy obsession, and I began to feel threatened. One late evening, merely a week before moving into my dorm, I found myself alone at home, watching a TV show. Abruptly, I was jolted by a noise from upstairs in my room. With a racing heart, I muted the TV, straining to catch any lingering sounds. Yet, all that greeted me was a profound silence. Equipping myself with a fireplace poker for protection, I proceeded cautiously upstairs towards my bedroom. Calling out in a firm voice, I scanned the area for any sign of intruders, only to hear more shuffling within my room. Gripping the weapon tightly, I cautiously peered around the corner into my bedroom, my heart racing as I caught sight of the boy scrambling out of my window to flee. Upon spotting the boy making his getaway, I called out a sharp, "Hey!" He paused momentarily, locking eyes with me before swiftly turning away and darting off. Rushing to the window, I watched as he quickly descended to the ground and disappeared into the shadows of the night. A moment later, when looking over, I realized a bunch of stuffed animals resting on my bed, but this time with a small note. In terrible handwriting, it simply said, "Good luck with your first year at college. I'll be missing you." As disturbing as that note was, fortunately, I haven't had any more encounters with that boy, but it still haunts me thinking that he could be out there silently watching.